All right. Then we are going to get started. Hello, and thank you very much for joining. We're going to have a very small session. Typically, I talk for 2 days, so I really had to compress the content. I want to talk today a little bit about why cryptos are here to stay. I talk fast because I think fast, but if you write fast, you can definitely catch up. In case you wonder why I sometimes look sideways, because I have a control screen here where I see your beautiful faces. Actually, some people I know here. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you again. And let's wave at each other. And then, yeah, we're going to get started. So like I said, we're going to talk about why cryptos are here to stay. It's a very short session. Please make sure you take notes. Very important. And also, like I already said, towards the end or at the end, we're going to do a quick Q&A if you have questions, and I'm going to give you a pretty awesome gift. So make sure you stay until the end. We have approximately 25 minutes. This is live, obviously, it's not recorded stuff. And yeah, I actually have a crypto course as well, which I teach, and that lasts 4 hours, actually a little bit longer. So I really had to put things together, and let's get right to it. So what are cryptocurrencies, first of all? That's something I wanted to actually start with. You should see a little picture here. One quick thing, I would recommend you to put the view on speaker so that you actually see the whole picture, because I'm going to share a couple of things with you. You can look at each other later on or yourself, but now it's all about the content I want to give you. So I would recommend you to put the view, it's in the top corner. You put it on speaker so you see the whole thing, me and the content on a big screen. So what are cryptocurrencies? First of all, it's digital money. That's important to know and to understand. And it's also virtual money. And maybe this is the most important one. Maybe you've seen this before. I see some of you have your kids there as well. Awesome, very good. You can never learn early enough in life. Yeah. So if you have your kids around, bring them in. Very important. You can never be too early or too young to have financial literacy. So maybe you've seen this before. Bitcoin is the most popular one. That's what it looks like. Actually, it's like I said, digital money and virtual money, but this is like a joke thing, but you can actually have coins. So this is an actual physical Bitcoin, but this is a joke. Yeah, this is not something that you can use and pay with, but just that we're clear what it is. What cryptos are, it's decentralized money, DeFi. Maybe you've heard this before. DeFi, let me just move that over here. DeFi stands for decentralized finance. So cryptos are not owned, managed, or operated by a bank or a government. It's something that we, the people, actually run. I'm going to explain you in a moment what I mean by that. And that's why it's decentralized. There's no central government, no central organization that operates or that controls cryptocurrencies in general. And that's something important to know. Maybe you've heard this term DeFi before. It works on a peer-to-peer principle. What that means actually is that it's the way cryptos are handled, the way they are used, how they're created. The creation process is called mining. I'll talk about this in a moment. Is on a peer-to-peer principle. So it means that from one computer to the other, from one person to the other, this is how transactions are being done. So again, we don't need banks, we don't need governments for this. And that's why a lot of banks and governments are not very big fans of cryptos, except for some smart governments like in the UAE, for example. So those of you who are from the E, congratulations, you're in a very modern country where the government is actually interested in moving cryptocurrencies forward and making it part of their ecosystem as well. Then another thing that's important to know, it's limited supply. So Bitcoin, for example, is limited to 21 million pieces, 21 million Bitcoins, but there are some differences. But some are limited, have a limited supply, others don't. And actually, I've brought you a little infographic here. So that's for you to know the difference. You see a couple of cryptocurrencies here in the top and upper part where it says fixed supply, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Cardano, Dash. Maybe you've heard some of these. I'm also going to give you a couple of examples of cryptos in a moment. And then those have a fixed supply, which means that it's not like this is going to be created over and over and over, or mined as it's called. There is a limit at some point, which of course, once you come closer to that limit, it is of course going to increase in value. It's increasing in value anyway, but this fixed supply topic is of course adding to potential supply, because if the supply, the potential value, excuse me, if the supply is over at some point, of course the value goes up. And then you have other cryptocurrencies which have unlimited supply. For example, Ethereum, for example, Polkadot, Solana, very, very high profile, high potential cryptos. And then in the bottom corner, you have Shiba Inu. Now, if you have an eye for detail like me, you will notice that it says here actually Shibu Ina. That is a spelling error. Yeah, it's called Shibu. No, sorry, see, now I'm doing it wrong. It's called Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, not, was it Shibu Ina? Little spelling error, apologies for that. So just that we're clear if you have an eye for detail. Yeah, so those have unlimited supply and the others have a fixed supply. Then the name cryptocurrency is also something I want to share with you real quick. Actually comes from a technical process called cryptography. If you don't know what that is, please Google it. Again, we have a very short time window today. That's why I'm also going to just highlight a couple of words and give you a little bit of terminology you're familiar with. And then if you want to go deeper into the topic, you can contact me later on if you want, or you Google it. Yeah, is that a fair suggestion? Can you put a thumb up if you think that's a good idea? Okay, very good. Thank you very much. So it comes from cryptography. Then what's important also with cryptos, they get stored in electronically in a ledger, also known as a wallet. This is the same like the wallet you put in your pocket, or if you're a lady in your purse, or wherever you carry your money, just in an electronic version, because it's a currency, it's money, and this needs to be stored somewhere, obviously. And since it's electronic, you can't just like put in your email or something and save it there. You need a place to store it, a wallet, and that's what it's called. So again, we know the term actually from physical wallets, but electronically, this is also what we call it, where crypto currencies are stored. And you can have this, just as a quick highlight, you can have this either on a computer, or you can have it on a physical device, on a so-called ledger. It's like a USB stick. So there's many different ways how you can store it, but you definitely need that. That's very important to understand. Now, hi, Joe. Thanks for joining. What is also important is that cryptos are accessible publicly by a code, and what you do not have is an account number. So if you compare this to your bank account where you have your money today, your physical money, or let's say your actual money that your bank is taking care of, sort of. This is done with an account number. Cryptos don't work like this. Yeah, cryptos have a code, a so-called wallet address, and this is where your cryptos are stored. So there is no account number and that kind of stuff, just that we have a little bit of an understanding how this works. This is different from what we might be used to from the normal banking system. Then one quick thing I wanted to point out is the so-called blockchain. Maybe you've heard this terminology before. I can talk about blockchain for 3 hours, no problem, but we'll keep it short. So blockchain is basically the technology on which cryptocurrencies are based, where they sit, where they get created or mined, as we call it. You can imagine this like a block of information, of data gets created, and then the next block gets created, and that block of data, that block of information, contains information from the previous block. And this way, they together form a chain. And then each block contains information from the previous block, and again, creates a chain. And this way, you have what is known as a blockchain. And what's very important, why I'm telling you this, is it's extremely secure, extremely safe, because if I want to hack into a blockchain of a cryptocurrency, it's very difficult to do that, because I need to have information from the previous block to be able to hack into it and create a new fake block or something. And that is almost impossible. And that's why it's a very, very secure thing, actually, cryptocurrencies. A lot of people think cryptos are dangerous and it's all criminal stuff and whatever, and people use it to buy guns and weapons and drugs. I haven't bought any guns, any drugs, any weapons whatsoever. So just that we're clear, this is media blah blah, and they very often don't know what they're talking about. So just in a nutshell, that's what the blockchain is and how it works, and just for you to understand. Sometimes when you hear that somebody got hacked, what happens is that hackers or scammers, what they do is they hack people's wallets. So people can, of course, get into your wallet and steal your cryptos. If you don't keep your access code or your password secure, that's a different story, but it's not, has nothing to do with the blockchain. Yeah, this is the actual wallet that you have. So that if people steal or hack, it's going to the wallets. Then, like I said already, the process of creating cryptos is called mining. Again, big topic, but just that you've heard the terminology. And currently, a new Bitcoin, for example, is created approximately every 10 minutes. And the assumption right now is that all Bitcoins will be mined, created until 2140. So we still have a lot of time, but a lot has been mined already. And of course, like I said before, because limited supply, the value goes up, of course, over time when the supply gets less and less. So one of the main topic I wanted to talk about now, we just have to hurry up a little bit, unfortunately, is the huge potential. I'm just going to go through this real quick, so just to give you an understanding what this is actually a topic of this talk, why cryptos are here to stay because of all the potential. So here's a couple of examples. First of all, something called smart contracts. What's a smart contract? A smart contract is the exchange of goods and services, that type of stuff, what you do in a contract today, but without or very little human interaction. So if you have procedures that are part of a contractual agreement, which can be automated, this is something that cryptocurrencies or the blockchain technology can do. And you hear this, maybe you've heard this before. Can you put a hand up? How many of you have heard the word smart contract? Have you heard something like this before? Ever heard smart contracts? No? Okay, no problem. So just that we know, okay, you have, very good. At least one person. Is that you can automate a lot of stuff, and it helps to process things a lot quicker, because if there's no human interaction, of course, this is ultimately very, very fast. Another thing that's a very, very big benefit of cryptos is financial services. For example, Venezuela is a very good example. Venezuela is actually one of the countries that has started adapting cryptos a lot. Why is it a benefit? Financial service, what do I mean? In a lot of countries, a lot of remote areas, people don't have access to banking. They cannot open a bank account because of physical distance, because they don't have the paperwork. Maybe there is no banks. There's lots of things, but very often people have a phone at least. And if you have a phone and you know how to do this and what technology to use, it's very, very simple actually. You can open a crypto wallet and you can use crypto, so you don't need access to banking. And again, Venezuela is a good example, and there's many other countries, and this is a big, big benefit of cryptos. Then another thing is video games. Yeah, people who play video games. I'm not a video game guy at all, but within video games, you can tip each other. You can purchase additional items. If you play, these ego shooters or whatever, buy additional weapons. Then there is virtual worlds, which are being built with video games, where people can actually use cryptos to pay. Lots and lots of potential. A lot of gaming companies also have their own cryptos. For example, Atari. So there's definitely a lot you can do. Another thing is academic projects, for example. Again, this is similar to what I've said about smart contracts. People can, if they work on projects together, they can use the blockchain technology to exchange information and data in a secure manner without putting it into, I don't know, a Google Drive or something. You can actually use the blockchain technology for this, and this could potentially be a very, very big game changer on that front as well. Then another big topic, Internet of Things, IoT. So if you have a fridge today, this device exists to some extent, but it's going to get bigger in the future. If you want your fridge, if you have a fridge who can do that, or which can do that, to tell your phone when you need to buy milk, these devices need to communicate with each other. And this is known, or this is a small part of Internet of Things. And this you can also build in the blockchain technology, because this needs to be secure, obviously. You want to make sure that the communication is safe, nobody gets in there. And that's why Internet of Things is also something which cryptos have huge benefits. Another thing is supply chain management. So if you have a company in Germany, for example, I'm based in Germany at the moment, and the company here wants to order, I don't know, copper from somewhere abroad. Today they would call their supplier, email, send a fax, I don't know, to order supplies. And with the blockchain technology, what you can do, or with cryptos in general, is that this could be automated. Yeah, you can have a way of communicating and having supply chains managed through the blockchain technology. So there's so much potential. And another thing I actually have here, social networks. We can build, this is already existing, we can build networks like Facebook, for example, but the data belongs to us and not to Facebook. So with this, you can also really provide a major game changer. And another thing is the digitalization of art. Very briefly, if you're an artist and you want to digitalize your art. This is known as NFTs. Maybe you've heard this, non-fungible tokens. You can do this with the technology, and then you could also benefit from this, because one thing is that you are going to sell your art electronically and you get paid in crypto. So if you sell your art today for, I don't know, $500 worth of cryptocurrency, you have made $500. But if you keep that crypto and you don't spend it, or trade in for paper money, it's known as fiat, maybe in a year, this $500 will be worth $5,000. So you have generated income in two ways: once by selling your art, and two by the value increase of the crypto. So there as well, lots and lots of potential. And of course, you can invest and you can trade cryptos, you can buy them, you can sell them, whatever you like. And of course, you can also earn interest. I've brought you a little infographic from one platform that I know. This one here, if you look here, some of them, you get 13.5% interest. So if you hold crypto with this platform, for example, they pay you 13.5% per annum per year in interest. You can please go to your bank tomorrow and ask them if they will give you 13.5% interest. They will probably throw you out head first. Yeah, so lots of stuff you can do. Again, today, very small, very short session. Again, I can talk about this for hours, but just to give you a bit of an idea. Then this question I hear a lot from people: how much money do I need in order to be able to get into the crypto game? I don't have $60,000. I can't get into Bitcoin. It's too late. No, that's not the case. A lot of people don't know this either. The short answer is very, very little. You can start with at least the platforms I know with as little as $25. You can have a partial ownership. You don't need to buy an entire Bitcoin. And of course, each transaction costs fees, but they are minimal, very, very small amounts usually. And if you want to start with $25, $100, you can do that. Yeah, you don't need $60,000 in order to get into Bitcoin. Another question I hear a lot from people: is it too late to start? Again, no, it's not too late to start. Definitely not. I'll tell you in a moment why. Absolutely not. Today, approximately 200 million people own cryptos, and approximately 20 million people trade cryptos. Yeah, so that's a very, very, very small amount of people in comparison to the amount of people, amount of the population of the world. And I've actually brought you here an overview as well. Let me just close that. So here you see what is known as the curve of innovation adaptation. And if you look at the numbers at the bottom, you see what percentage of the population should be involved in order to be at a stage of innovation, early adopters, early majority, and so on. So I've just told you 20 million people are today trading crypto, and 200 million people own crypto. So we are actually, if you look down there, in a stage between innovation and early adoption. So it's definitely not too late. Today is a good day to start with cryptos, and you are definitely not too late. We have a lot to look forward to. I saw this recently. I like this. Thinking you're too late to invest in crypto is like thinking you're too late to use the internet. And as we know, of course, that is not the case. Yeah, so definitely something that you can do. I actually wanted to show you a couple of coins and tokens, but yeah, we're running a little bit out of time, so I'm just going to tell you real quick. So the coins and tokens, or cryptocurrencies that let's keep it simple, that I recommend you to take a look at is, of course, Bitcoin. Then Ether is also known as Ethereum, but that's actually the name of the blockchain. So Bitcoin, Ether, Cardano is a good one to look at. Polkadot, those four are the ones I would be looking at the moment. And like I said in the beginning, you're going to get a gift in a moment. I'm not going to give you crypto, but I will give you access to some information so I can show you that. So Let me just quickly switch that over. Give me one quick second here. Then I will show you a couple of more things, and then we'll try to see if we can squeeze in a little bit of Q&A. One quick second, don't go away. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna take you right to the gift that I promised you. Some of you might be asking now, what about my gift? Let me just put the camera back on. Yeah, what about my gift? So it's actually something I wanted to offer you. If you go to this website, crypto.mocvo.com, what you get there is I have a subscription service. It's a Telegram channel, and I will give you access 2 weeks for free. If you go through this website, you can register, you can get information, trade alerts, so like when to buy, which crypto, at what price, and so on, 2 weeks completely for free. You can just sign up through there. I'm not gonna take your money. If you are worried that I'm gonna steal your data or I don't know, charge your card or whatever, no problem. I'm gonna give you in a moment a couple of contact details. You can also send me a message on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever, and then yeah, I can send you the link to the Telegram channel manually as well. No problem for me. I've spent 16 years building up my reputation as a coach. I'm not going to throw it out the window for a couple of hundred or a couple of thousand dollars. I can steal from your credit card. So if you want to, yeah, don't want to put your data there, then just message me and I'll give you the link manually. No problem. No issue at all. So this is where you can get the link. Otherwise, message me. I'll tell you in a moment how to reach me. And those 3 networks are the main ones that I use. Camera keeps going off. It's tired. Okay. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn is where you can find me. Mo CVO is just one word. Very, very easy to see. I'm going to come to the questions in a moment. And then another thing I wanted to just point out, when this is like one of my guiding principles or my advice to you to close the session, when you start seeing your worth, you find it harder to stay around people who don't. So if that is the case for you today, you are welcome to join my tribe. Welcome to yeah, spend time with me. Some of my friends and my clients are actually in here. I can see them. If you have questions, you can ask them. They will probably, hopefully, confirm. There's even one person here that I went to school with 30 years ago. So yeah, you're happy to join my tribe and join our movement, crypto's motivation mindset, helping you move forward. And if you want to connect, here's a QR code. You can just take scan this with your phone if you want, or go to the link there, connect.mocvo.com, or use the social media links, like I said, and this way we can connect as well. So I hope you found this info useful. Again, very short session. Usually takes me about 4 hours to talk about crypto. I hope you took some notes. And then if you have any questions, you can open your microphone and tell me. And here's the code again. So if you have any questions, fire away. I see in the chat something here. What do we have here? Ankur White wrote, I can steal from your credit card. Yeah. You want to steal from my credit card? Yeah, you can, if you want to. No problem. Don't count my money. I won't count yours. How about that? Joe says, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead. Feel free. You can switch back to gallery view so you can all see each other. Again, sorry for the rush, but time is limited and I want to give you as much content as I can. So if you want to connect, please do that. Go and pick up your gift. I know those of you who I actually know personally, Jana, Stephanie, Hannah, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to fire away. Thank you so much. Love the efficiency of this presentation. Thank you. Yeah, that's Stephanie? I think so, yeah. Yeah. Let's get to it. No blah, blah. Yeah, okay.
Amazing job, Matt.
Sorry, who's this? Come again?
Shelton, I'm actually the host here.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, is there any questions? Thank you for the insightful session. You're welcome, Ankur. My pleasure. Thank you. You're welcome, Anne. How do I exchange Bitcoin for cash? Very simple. You just need a platform and an account. Pick up your gift. Go to crypto.mocvo.com or drop me a message. Again, here you have all the links, all the ways you can message me, how you can contact me, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Facebook, everything, you name it, everything under the sun. Connect with me. I'm happy to help you. Again, we had only really short time here. That's why I had to rush a little bit. but here you can connect. Just scan this with your just move it here, otherwise you can't read the code. Scan this with your phone and then connect, and we can have a conversation. Lots of
Looks
platforms.
like we have a little bit
Okay.
of time since
Yeah.
the speaker hasn't quite come yet. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask away.
Okay.
And then
Yep. I'm here. How to exchange Bitcoin for cash? Yeah, very simple answer actually. Who's this? Stephanie, probably. Yeah. 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 You know how to contact me. But yeah, you need to have an account on a platform. Actually, this is part of the Telegram channel as well. I recommend a couple of platforms. Very simple. You click on it and go through it. Jana, if you don't mind telling the people, if you don't mind, she actually did this as well. Jana, is it simple? Yes or no? You put a thumb up if it's simple, and like this if it's difficult. Or speak.
Super simple.
Yeah, Jana is a crypto veteran, a crypto newbie. Today is her first day in the crypto market.
Today.
Yeah. Okay. Stephanie, for your mom, maybe you can share this with her with the NFTs. I think that's a big topic. Yeah. And yeah, that's all I have actually. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. My pleasure. And actually, one more thing for those of you who are based in the UAE, I'm going to do a 2-day live event, so we have more time towards the end of February. I haven't decided 100% on the date yet, but most probably it's going to be 22/2/22, so 22nd of February 2022. We're going to do a 2-day live event in Dubai where we talk about cryptos as well, many other things, mindset, moving your life forward. So happy to join. Connect with me, follow me on social media so you don't miss the moment when we launch the tickets, but we're probably going to do this in the next couple of days. I would say towards the end of this month, we're going to get moving. Okay, good. Then, yeah, thank you very much for participating.